Welcome to part B of the adjustments video. In this video we'll cover entering the actual adjustments. First of all, let's just go through the form. So every day you would print this form, and this form would be used to capture the adjustments out in the field. This is actually two forms. This form is for out adjustments here, and read in-out adjustments on this side. Okay, so it's quite a simple form. It's the batch, the clone, the adjustment type, where the adjustment is taking place, the number of plants, and the trays. Okay, now if it's sunburn or disease or something like this, it would actually just be that section that you would fill in. Okay, however, if you have an in-out what's that, like for instance redistribution or packing, again you would find out, okay, where is this happening. Okay, the tray type and the density out, and the number of trays and plants out, and of course then the tray type, density, trays and plants in. Okay, so you would capture this information, and you'd have any comments and a supervisor's signature. This would then come back to the office, okay, and you would use this form to do the adjustments. I'm going to use a batch ID P657, just because that's the one that we moved into the holding area. Over there. Okay, and we see there are no adjustments for this at this point in time. So okay, let's say, remember we moved this into the holding area. If you can remember, if we go to have a look at this batch, we moved the adjustment in on the 15th. Okay, so we couldn't have made any adjustments in the holding area before the 15th. So for that purpose, let's say this is now on the Monday the 18th or the Tuesday the 18th. Okay, and you can now select any of the sort of out adjustments. Again, this is going to be all in the holding area. It's already there for you, so you can just select it. And this is where it becomes interesting, because now you may actually, it would be better to use seedlings, because you may only write off 87 seedlings there. Okay, so it's 0.9 trays. Okay, especially considering this generally happens with the redistribution. Okay, you would have grading there. Okay, so you've lost 0.9 trays, and then also on the 18th of the second 20. That's because of the typo there. You may have had a redistribution. Okay, so we would have had out of that area, okay, the balance of the trays, so that would have been it's a 1353 seedlings. Okay, out. Okay, and then in, you'd have brought in into the same area, for example, but you could have moved it if you want to, and you would be bringing half of that now. Okay, you would now select the tray type, you would select your density 48, okay, and the same with the seedlings. Okay, so you now end up with 28.2 trays. Okay, so again you'll see that this all sticks together with this batch. Okay, because later on when you pack and so on, this can carry on ad infinitum, and you would have a lovely record at a glance of each batch in your adjustment register. Okay, and see exactly what happened to each batch. At the same time, of course, if you run your batch drill down, all these things do appear on your batch drill down, so you can see exactly what has happened to each batch. Okay, we sort of moved in there, we then did a grading. Okay, but this is not in order, but let's actually have a look at that and see if we can't structure this so it's in order. Okay, and then we're sitting with a balance of 28.2 and 1353. Okay. And really, at the end of the day, your adjustments are that simple. So that was an example of movement out, as well as a movement in out, being the redistribution. Okay, where we saw those 14 trays go out and the new 28.2 trays come in with the 1353 seedlings. Okay, so that's adjustments in a nutshell. Pretty simple. Nothing fancy there, providing you understand the concept of the different adjustment types. So we're going to just go back to that, and we're just going to remind you about the adjustment types. You have two classes of adjustments. Unticked adjustment is an out, okay, so it's out only. In other words, you're only losing plants, okay. Whereas if you have an in-out, such as redistribution, that is when you can have in-out situations like this, okay. Just to go back to that adjustment, let's go and edit it. Okay, so we go to P657, okay. And again, all your adjustments are listed. When it's in out, okay, you'll see that both of those are highlighted. However, if you're on a adjustment in, I mean out only, you can't access the in anyway. Okay. Unfortunately, because of the type of form, we call this a continuous form. It does change depending on the record that you're on. Okay, so if you're on a redistribution, it'll show out in for everything, unfortunately, and if you're on a out only, it will show out only for everything. But just remember, it will actually allow you to change as you change the actual adjustment, which you are actually selected. Okay, being there. Okay, so that's one little trick in the thing. Other than that, I can't think of anything else that is funny in this regard, except maybe to mention again, densities are no longer percentages. They are now numbers. So this would have been in the old days a 50% density. It is now the actual quantity of plants in the tray. Okay. The next video which we'll show you is a merge video, where you actually merge, and that is not an adjustment. A merge is a separate item altogether. Thank you for watching.